Hi, ladies and gentlemen, Eddie Marcus here again. Early this Saturday morning, I think this is Halloween, the actual Halloween day. I think I done a post earlier yesterday, last night, referred to it as being Halloween. I'm here to share with you because we are family. We are truly family. We are all from the same source, and we all require the same sustenance for survival as we have those same identical substances that were given. And so that which is required, we have the ability to play a part in a process of causing the manifestation of them from resources that have also been given. And by each of us requiring of these resources and each of us engage ourselves in the process, actually entitling each of us our portion of whatever comes forth. And so that makes it family. And basically what we do is just live and create ways of doing all the things that come to our mind. It's governed by a power outside of ourselves. And when I think about how simple that is, when I think about living in a world where people today in the United States of America are, in a couple of days, going to the polls, voting for a leader, my friends, a leader, President of the United States of America, once held himself up as a beacon of light for the whole world to see. And the man that's walking the tightrope is a known liar. A known evil person. Let me just put it like that. A known evil person. Lying is just one of his strategies. Cheating is just one of his strategies. And willing to do anything is the major thing about it. And he knew that in this country, hiding under the facade of being an okay person, were the same kind of people. And he came into this country championing exactly who he is. Everybody knew it. When the other candidates running for president against him, they told you who he was. For those of you who didn't know him, they told you exactly. But what he knew is that that was exactly what he wanted them to do, because he fed those in America who are just like him. And so, out of everything that you might have expected, you got him. And just to let you know that this thing was no game, after the people decided, this guy's just out of his whack. He's really making us look bad. We made ourselves look much better than this. He got to go. So the people impeached him. And the other people who had, for one reason or another, the power really to stop this thing or send it through, decided, well, we don't care what he did. We're gonna let him ride. And they let him ride. And now you got him up there right before you again, saying, out of all the things, out of all the disrespect you have gotten from this man, out of all the disrespect your senators, your representatives have given you by going along with this man, knowing that he's working against you, out of all of that, you're ready to vote for him again. And then, just to say, for those of you who can't stand this man or this relationship, just to say that you can't stand him, you're willing to say, we're willing to go back to the normal way. The way that allowed all of this bigotry and hatred and racism that rested in America, allowed it to hide under the facade of law or this or that. You want to go back to that mother womb that created that, when you have before you heaven on earth, All you have to do is trust God. Listen to the power you can't see. Allow that power to live in you. And the way that you know that that power is real is that you don't hate anybody. You have brotherhood with everybody on the face of the earth. Everything that you want for yourself, the glory that you want for yourself, the love that you want for yourself, the life that you want for yourself, I declare you want the same excitement to each and everybody on the face of the earth. And there's nothing that you can see that would allow anything to prevent that from happening if the people would walk according to the dictates of looking at other people like they were you. And you can't do that. You refuse to do that. You know, I was called aside one day by a power I can't see and told me to go across the country and to walk a certain way and keep a diary of my daily events. And I did so for months. And I came back when I read my diary. That diary indicated what was given to me, that the people, American people, including the Christian, who were supposed to be the guiding force on this earth, were going straight on the path to hell. And for my 70 years, ladies and gentlemen, I sat here and watched this. I've seen this because I've had one concern, and that's for all of us to live here as though we're in heaven. And that's what I've walked for 40 years. That's all I've talked for 40 years. Ran for public office for 40 years. And still, Donald Trump, the most evil thing we've ever seen, is in the office. And you're ready to vote for him again. So that tells you, ladies and gentlemen, that the people who call themselves Christians, well, you know, you've been exposed. Do you know what a Christian is? A Christian is one who has to make a choice. You know, all of the wonderful things that we call wonderful, that money allows you to buy, which you naturally get free from doing things according to love. This, my friends, has taken you off that path. I don't even know where I was going with that. I got distracted. But anyway, this is what happens when you get into your 70 years. But I want you to know, wherever you go, if the love is all around, then it's divine. Can't no man point a finger at you and judge you. Can't no man say I was without food and the joker didn't stand up for me. No, because a Christian would stand up for you. Because that's what Jesus would have done. You know, all of the material things that you can have. Yeah, you can have that, nothing wrong with that. So being a Christian is not against that. Being a Christian is standing up because there are those who don't have, who can't have for some strange reason. Well, we know what the reason is. But being a Christian is recognizing that everybody can. And that part that is missing of being a Christian represents this part. Because they know that it can work. And what they do is stand and give this part of representation. This is why, my friends, they killed Jesus. Even if you think it's just a story, this is why they killed Jesus. They killed Jesus because the government wanted to keep on doing what it was doing and didn't want the people to be woke up. And the Christian people who had found their comfortableness in where they were sitting didn't want nobody coming there trying to expose them for being anything other than the mighty power connected to whatever. And Jesus was saying, I ain't going for that. So they say, well, this nigga got to go. So unless you are standing up for the right thing, and the world, that means the world, the system, and the government, and the church, if they ain't telling you you got to go, you ain't serving God. No, because God is love. God is love. And you got people out here ripping up polling boxes where you drop your mail, your voting material at. Ripping them up so you can't get. Gerrymandering so you can't get to vote. And you're supposed to have a voice in something. And then they allow this guy to walk all over you. And what kind of world are you living in? What kind of world are you living in? Why would you want to live in a world like this? Ladies and gentlemen, I'm telling you this. You can do all you possibly can. But you have one obligation, and that's to yourself. Now, I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going to lie to you. I have tried everything I possibly can to change you. That's what I tried. I know at this age, I can't do that. But I got one thing that I can master, and that's I can change this. And what do I mean by that? I don't require you. I wanted, I'm not going to lie to you. I wanted to walk into paradise on earth with you. All my friends, all my sisters, and all my brothers, my classmates, my military brothers, my working at the Veterans Administration brothers, at Mississippi Valley State brothers, Alcorn State, it'd have been Mississippi. I wanted to walk into paradise, all of us together. I really did. I wanted us to understand the beauty of life. But I see now that I really got no control over that. And so I got a choice. Do I walk according to the dictates that I have been telling you? Or do I acquiesce and say, just to fit in, I'll just fit in? I can't fit in, ladies and gentlemen, because I'm wise enough to know this. I'm going to die anyway. And if I spent most of my life yielding it to this cause, why stop now? I don't want to be a burden to anyone. In fact, I know what you do. And I'm pissed off with myself because I'm still living. I'm pissed off with myself because I expected America to have changed. And if America had not changed, I expected to be dead. I expected to have been so vocal. I expected to have been so public that this nation would have changed, the people would have woke up, or if that hadn't happened, they'd have been so damn mad with me and took me out of here. And I ain't done it. I'm still here in the middle of this junk. And ain't nothing getting no better. Lord have mercy. Well, anyway, I just want to tell you, don't blame God for where you're at. And you can stop praying. You can stop praying because you ain't listening to nothing God got to say. You're listening to your fears. And your fear is yours, your own creation. So, having said that, that's enough. Thank you for listening. Eddie Marcus saying goodbye.